Good morning, what's shaking, what's happening? Welcome back to Tasty Bites Timeless Travels. Today is day 100 for a Holland America cruise around the world. 100 days down, 24 to go. But today is one of 2 sea days as we make our way to Cairo. Come join us. All right, 100 days. It's hard to believe I've been on this ship 100 days, but here we are. To put it in perspective, the engineering department only does 3 months at a time, so I've been here longer than their contract. But food and beverage is 8 months, so not at the longest contract. Starting off today with a coffee chat. It's a light day of activities today and a light day of activities tomorrow. Reason being, we get into Cairo at 6 in the morning in 2 days, and our tour actually starts at 7 in the morning, but we need to look at getting off the ship about 6:15. Everybody's leaving the ship, or practically the entire ship's leaving at the same time, and we all have to go through immigration, so we'll have to find out how that works, but should be a great day. Coffee chat. There's coloring. There's a sashimi bar today. Headline show is 2 guitar players, and weather outside's nasty, so we'll have to see what else we can find to do. But the good news is everyone that was in that bus accident yesterday was able to board last night. We left a little late, but everyone got back. I ran into someone that was in it that we happen to know. She said that even though it wasn't a Holland excursion, when they all got back from the hospital, they were greeted on the ship by Hank, the hotel general manager, and the captain. They were taken to Pinnacle because everything else was already closed. Pinnacle is a regular restaurant, cook to order. They were offered anything they wanted off the menu to eat. Hers, she just had it packed up to go. She was unable to walk due to the soreness of the accident, so they did have an attendant that was pushing around in a wheelchair, which they will do. I know they do that for solo cruisers that are need to utilize a wheelchair, and I know when she had the medical issue and she had to spend a few days that they would send someone to assist with it. So they're very nice on Holland's part. She said Holland has been spectacular, especially being that was a non-Holland excursion and ensuring everybody was okay. So that's the good news for them. But otherwise, like I said, we're going to get the day started with a coffee chat and see what we can find to do. So the coffee chat today is 3 female officers: first officer Floor, second officer I don't know how to say it, and third officer Roseanne. So let's see how this goes. So, sun did come out today, but it is still really windy and actually kind of chilly outside. So, not feeling the outside today. But let's talk about the day, because I really didn't do... that's a little better. I didn't really do that much, which I kind of expected looking at the schedule for today and tomorrow. It is kind of light. We have an early day in Alexandria, Egypt the next day. So, coffee chat was really good, but I would tell you the most interesting thing is she came in and she sat down and she breathed a sigh of relief and she said, "Hey, the comedian was actually funny last night, right?" And people clapped and chuckled, and she said, it's been a while since we've had a funny comedian, so it was nice to get the feedback that the comedian was funny. And I was like, oof, that's a rough way to start that one off, but hey, that's how she started off coffee chat. But it was 3 female bridge officers. Holland's definitely trying to diversify with some more females in these roles. They said the academy has more females in it. It went from being a very male-dominated industry, which it still is a male-dominated industry, to now there's more females. And they have times where there's 2 and 3 female officers on the bridge at one time now with this certain rotation. So all about that, empowering women, that sort of deal. Some of the questions were a little wonkadoodle of things, and some of them weren't, but that was the coffee chat. Not the most exciting, but still good. after coffee chat, we hit up a little coloring, excuse me. Finished a nice little drawing today. And then it was sashimi for lunch. It was fresh tuna. I don't like fresh tuna, or raw tuna. I do like cooked tuna, but I don't like raw tuna, but still had a nice little lunch. I just did a simple sandwich and chips today because the lines were all messed up because of the sashimi line. And then, even though there's not a lot of people on here, today was one of those weird days where everybody ate lunch at one time. So that's been our day. Too windy for the pool, but the sun is at least starting to peek out. So everybody's hoping tomorrow there'll be nice sunshine with very little wind. So everybody can get back to some outdoor activities because everybody's been a little cooped up and cold recently. And that's it. So let's go hit up some dinner. All right, appetizers have arrived. C has got something, and we're not so sure she's going to like it or not, but she's going to give it a go. She's got the beet salmon shrimp salad thing that was on the menu, modified for the dairy, obviously. She likes shrimp. She likes beets. She's not a big fan of salmon, so let's see what happens with that. Me, I've had this quite a few times already, and it is good. It's that zucchini mozzarella salad. So this time I think it's with frisee lettuce as opposed to arugula. Arugula was a little peppery that last time, but looks good. All right, entrees have arrived, and she got the turkey dinner. We've had this like 4 times now, I think. Very good, very good. They got to bring us cranberry sauce though, because I also got the turkey dinner. Mine is not. Potato. Yeah, I mashed potatoes because I don't. Sweet potato because I don't.
I do not.
Yeah, C's got modified for the dairy. Fun fact: they were supposed to have Brussels sprouts on the plate, but they're out, so they subbed with root vegetables, which is fine with me. All right, dessert time. So you got a smiley happy fruit plate with some bonus blueberries. And then I got this chocolate mousse cake with with caramel and meringue. That's what it is. See how it is. And welcome to day 101. Not a lot happening yesterday, not a lot happening today, so put them together in one video. Weather is much better today. Look at how calm this sea is. There is a not so gentle breeze, but not a gust of wind going on, but nice enough. The weather's a little bit warmer. I don't know if he's going to attempt the pool today. First off, today's a lot of admin work today. There is a full old school muster drill today in about 45 minutes where we all have to gather at our physical muster station at the same time, and will be released when everyone gets there. Like how Disney still does the muster drill. One of the reasons we don't sell Disney is just the frustration of the muster drill. But among other reasons, it's not the only reason we don't sell Disney anymore. But yeah, so we have that today. We get our passports back today because you have to have your passports to get into Egypt tomorrow. And then we do have to call it an early night tonight because our tour starts at 7, but we need to beat the Holland America excursions off the ship. So I told C we have to be walking off the ship by 6:15, 6:30. I'd prefer 6:15. I think it's going to be more like 6:30 because I also want to exchange money so I can tip them tomorrow. Egyptian dollars I could have gotten in Orlando, but I would have needed to get such a major quantity, and I literally just need them to tip the people on the tour tomorrow that I don't know. I've got a whole bunch of small bills because they said, you can use American dollars in Egypt, but they prefer small bills. So I don't know if the tour company wants big bills, small bills, and I'm just better off giving them Egyptian dollars. So that's that. I slept through coffee with Kimberly. It just started. It sounds like it's going to be hysterical. I've met the guys, the new staff captain. He is hilarious, but missed it. See, missed church today. We had a late night last night. She shut down the Rolling Stone Lounge. I did a lot of work. We did not end up at the late night buffet. Woo, that was good. We also were having it up in the casino, so it was a very joyous night. Speaking of night, that headline show last night, Great. They started off kind of rough. My degree's in percussion. I'm a big rhythm person and staying in time. Their first piece was kind of fluid with the rhythm, but they really warmed up and got the crowd going, and they were really good. We will definitely be going to their second show. They were a good time. And that's it. So let's get ready for this old school muster drill. I think I'm going to go grab a coffee at least and get this day started. This is actually the last day of the entire cruise, I think, that we traveled this direction. Or actually, I think Turkey's a little bit further east than Cairo. But it's the last time that the sunset will be behind us, I feel, that we'll actually notice. Isn't that gorgeous? Normally it's in front of us because we're always going west. But today we happen to be going east in this little leg. Now, another non-exciting sea day for us, which is fine. We needed a couple of rest days. Tomorrow is Cairo. We have to be up early. We want to be off the ship by 6:15, 6:30. It's a 2-hour ride down to Cairo. It's the museum and the pyramids and maybe the bazaar. So long day. She's also still a little under the weather today, and it's still chilly out. So she's had a day where she's chilled in the room, which is very unlike her, but sometimes you need to do it. Me, I've had an okay day. The muster drill. The only time I've ever had to do the old school muster drill, the pre-COVID muster drill, is Disney. Disney still does musters that way. This, we stood outside for 40 minutes. And I would have thought it would have been better than Disney because it's all adults. But they did all 3 announcements, like if it was an actual emergency, 10 minutes, then 15 minutes, and then another one. And so the announcements didn't start till 10, but the 10 o'clock announcement told people to stay in their room. And so the people that had not yet made it to muster were turned around and told to go back to their room starting at like 9:59, I want to say. So therefore, tons of people did not check into the muster station until the final, now go to the muster station announcement. People were upset because I don't know if they held them so that everybody who was late showed up at one time or what the deal was, because you see people trickling in. You start treating them like peer runners, like, glad you showed up, blah, 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 blah. But as people kept coming, and some of these people I know, and I was like, well, how are you late to muster? And talking to them, they were like, we were turning around. We started to walk out, and then they turned us around and said, no, the announcement says stay in your room. So stay in your room. So I don't know if that was a big miscommunication as far as how this drill was going to work today or what, but people were not happy. But at least the day was nice. The sea's kind of calm. The weather's all right. It's a little chilly, but it's not terrible. But that was the muster drill. I really hope, in case of an emergency, they're all on the same page, because they certainly were not today. That was kind of disturbing. And even when people said this was just a drill, or when the announcement said that the captain said it, they were like, thank God, because this wouldn't have worked in real life. It was just frustration. It just seems like somewhere along the line they had a miscommunication of how they wanted to do the drill. But had a little lunch by myself because he was sick. I spent a great afternoon in the room working. Now we're going to hit up Lido for dinner. So see you there. All right, dinner tonight at Lido. So you went real plain, was just some plain pasta. That's all she was feeling. And, sometimes just some nice plain pasta, that's all you really want in life. For me, I got one of my little stir fries, and the man topped it with some green onions. He put ginger in it. I don't typically get the ginger in the stir fries. It's so fresh that it's the predominant flavor, but tomorrow's Cairo, and he was teasing because out of the 58 cooks on board, only 2 are actually got selected to go to the pyramid thing tomorrow, and one of them's the other person in the stir fry station, Amy, and they were just giving her a hard time and super not paying attention to me, was just kind of doing things in the motion and accidentally put ginger in there, and I didn't have the heart to tell them no, so hopefully it's still good. And with that, we are going to close out these 2 days. Dinner was okay in the Lido. I will tell you, I had a chicken stir fry, and I think they messed up a couple of settings when they were putting things out, and they ended up giving me a few pieces of fish in there, which I eat fish. I just wasn't expecting fish. And this is after the guy put ginger in the thing, and then even my ice cream cone, I asked for it in a regular cone, and she put it in a waffle cone. So I'm having a night at Lido, getting all kinds of things I'm not asking for. But hey, that's how it works. Not going to do the nighttime show tonight. We have to be up really early in the morning. I think we are going to have room service delivered maybe around 5:45, 6 o'clock, something like that. Which means we probably need to be up about 5:20, 5:30. I don't think I've gotten up that early in my life other than to sail in for Sydney in quite some time. I still worked for Universal back then. So probably 2 years at this point. Year and a half. But, yeah, it's going to be an early night, and let me tell you, the ship is a ghost town. We are not the only people going to bed early. Lots of people going to the pyramids tomorrow. Lots of crew going. Lots of crew upset they didn't get picked. It's something over 200 crew members, and there's 700 crew members on board. So, not everyone who wanted to go gets to go, but the people that do get to go are extremely excited. So, good for them. And for those that do not get to go, I hope they get something nice in return. I know we have our room attendants. One gets to go to the pyramids. One has to stay. So I was like, just clean our room whenever tomorrow. Like, we're going to be gone all day. So whenever you get to it, we only need one cleaning tomorrow. So don't worry about it. Because tomorrow is Cairo. It's Alexandria Day. And this map kind of reminded Sea of Komodo Island, where there's basically nothing on it. Everything's off map. But that's it. We're going to the brand new Egyptian Museum tomorrow. The Grand Egyptian Museum, I think is what it's called, the gym. It's not fully open yet. It went through like $1 billion renovation or something like that. It took a decade, I think, to complete. We are going. The King Tut exhibit is not open yet, and that hurts my heart. But we still get to see the rest of it. Holland did offer a special excursion to see some of the closed-off museum and see the Sphinx, but that excursion alone was $300 a person, $379 a person. Yeah, I think it was $379 for that one. And it does have lunch. And our private tour for tomorrow is $400 total, plus whatever I end up tipping. So big price difference in that one. So we're just going to be content with what we can see in the Grand Museum. So that's why we're calling it early night. So, yeah, that's all I got. So make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification button, all that fun social stuff, because tomorrow we are coming at you from one of the wonders of the world. Have a great night. Bye!